The man raised his shotgun and fired at the tree strapped with explosives. With a thunderous blast, a bullet shot out of the trunk and struck him square in the chest. Until the very end, he never imagined he would be killed by a bullet fired a year ago. With his last breath, he tried desperately to call for 911 help, but by the time paramedics arrived, the man was already dead. That was when the captain noticed. He had been here once before, a year earlier. It had been a stormy evening. Right on this tree, the man's wife had ended her life, while he stood by with a cold, detached expression, showing not the slightest grief. When they saw the marks on the woman's wrists, the truth became clear. She had clearly suffered brutal abuse at the hands of her husband before her death. Though the man denied it, the tree in front of them, and the bullet embedded deep in its trunk, stood as the strongest proof of his cruelty. He often beat his wife without reason. If she so much as visited her parents, he accused her of having an affair. Eventually, she could endure no more. She pulled out a pistol and warned him not to come closer, vowing she would pull the trigger. But he didn't care. Convinced she would never dare, he even mocked her. The moment he charged forward, she pulled the trigger. The bullet didn't hit him. It buried itself in the tree. He knocked her to the ground and showered her with insults. He sneered that if she truly wanted to leave him, she should have shot herself, not him. That humiliation shattered her completely. Soon after, she ended her own life on that very tree. Without direct evidence, the firefighters could do nothing. But from that day on, the bullet-stricken tree seemed cursed, its bark withering day by day. Experts had no explanation and finally advised the man to cut it down. So he strapped the trunk with explosives, wrapping it tightly with tape. He glanced at the bullet inside and smirked with contempt. He never once suspected the tree carried his wife's lingering curse. When the blast went off, the bullet shot free, striking him squarely in the chest. As both the man and the tree fell, the tragic story that began a year earlier finally came to its grim conclusion.